All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV live streams, like, share, subscribe. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. I appreciate all y'all tapping on in, man. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. And let's get right into this video, man. Look, man. Jason Kidd is the worst coach in the NBA. I figured this out. I know some teams have worse records, but J Kidd's the worst coach in the NBA, bro. This dude is an absolute tool, man. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. He made zero adjustments watching D'Lo turn the ball over and over and over and miss free throws down the stretch of this game, man. He could have went in other directions. He had other guys on the bench he could have played. J Kidd should have been fired. If they were gonna fire Nico Harrison, they should have fired Jason Kidd ass right there with him. Jason Kidd is a horrible head coach. He's a snake. He's a horrible head coach, and he sat out here tonight and lost the Boo Boo Bowl between them and the Clippers to see who the worst team in all of basketball land is. This is absolutely disgusting, man. That Jason Kidd allowed this to happen, bro. Jason Kidd, horrific substitution pattern, just sitting over there with his hands folded on the sidelines. The Mavs fans have been light on Jason Kidd. They should be on Jason Kidd helmet, bro. Jason Kidd has some of the biggest culpability and responsibility for everything that's been going on with the Mavs. He is an absolute disaster. And to see people giving Jason Kidd a pass and not calling Jason Kidd out on his foolishness, man, and his cap, his bad coaching, his horrible substitution patterns, and everything else in between. I don't want to hear no excuses about AD and this, that, and the third. The Atlanta Hawks are missing everybody, and they out here winning games. J Kidd is horrible, bro. He's a horrible head coach, bro. He got exposed in Milwaukee. He got exposed in Brooklyn. He hasn't done anything to earn this type of leeway as a head coach. He's horrible. He's the one that ran out Luka and then turned around, according to the reports, and stabbed the knife right in the back of Nico Harrison, is what the reports are reading. That's absolutely disgraceful, bro. He is a horrible coach. And to go out here and lose the Boo Boo Bowl tonight, to lose this game to the strippers tonight, man, just disgraceful to watch him lose this game like that. Absolutely disgusting stuff, man. It doesn't get much nastier than that. It really doesn't. It doesn't get much nastier. It doesn't get much filthier. It doesn't get much disgusting than what you guys saw on the court tonight. The product that they put out there on that damn court tonight, man. Jason Kidd, coaching. You got a game right there, and you coach your team to lose the game. This dude is all around scum. They should have fired his ass when they fired Nico. He's done nothing. Look at his entire NBA history. What has he done? He's underachieved everywhere. He was a great basketball player. He's a horrible coach. Period. He's the most over. Jason Kidd has to be the most overrated coach in NBA history. Because some people think this dude's a good coach. This dude is a jackass. Period. He is a horrible coach, man. And I don't understand how the hell he kept cracking jobs, man. Because that dude is horrible, bro. And I sat over here and watched him coach them to a loss tonight in that overtime game, bro. You watch D'Lo turn the ball over 3 big possessions in overtime and miss 3 free throws. You sat over there with your hands folded, man. You got young ass Max Christie out on the court in a big time situation where you need to have goddamn Klay Thompson in the game at least, or somebody with some experience in the game down the stretch in an overtime game like that. All you do is play ISO ball, give it to Cooper. You put him in bad situations trying to make him go one-on-one. This is the same bullshit he did in Milwaukee that got that ass fired. Straight, he is a disgrace, bro. You watch D'Lo play careless down the stretch of that game and wouldn't yank his ass. Careless turnover. It's like Charles Oakley said, man, and I totally agree with Oak. These mofos, you can have 8, 9 turnovers now, and nobody cares. Bro, in the 90s, if you got 2, 3 turnovers, you in trouble. You can't be turning the ball over like that. Man, them dudes ain't turning the ball over. You get 1 or 2 turnovers, you come out the game. You had to protect the ball. What a jackass. But it's all going to come back on J Kidd. It's all going to come back on him. Because they can't blame Nico no more. The shit stain that and they talking about he was blaming Nico for his rotation. How the fuck you going to blame Nico for your rotations? You the one that's coaching. You still out here getting your ass kicked. Absolutely disgraceful stuff, man. Absolute disgusting coach, man. J Kidd is disgusting, bro. To watch him out here trying to coach. He is absolutely disgusting. And it's an embarrassment to see him coaching in the NBA, man. It really is, bro. That dude is one of the most overrated coaches I've ever seen, man. You sit there and watch D'Lo in an overtime game, turn the ball over 3 straight times. The mofo ran into a corner. He's careless with the ball. Why do you think nobody want to sign D'Lo until y'all picked him up? The gimmick is up with that bum. And then that bum tried to throw Darvin Ham under the bus like it was D Ham. You're disgusting. That boy careless. He don't play no D. The only thing he can do is get hot a couple times, hit some three. He couldn't even control it and run the team tonight down the stretch. Turn the ball over. Lou, what up, dog? Turn the ball over 3 straight times in the second overtime. And just careless, just didn't even care. Run right down the court like it ain't nothing, man. I'd have been smacked that dude aside his head, bro. That shit is sad, bro. I mean, damn, and he gets no excuse. All y'all come in and give him excuses. He gets no excuses because the coach in Atlanta right now, he's out here catching wins. Without Trae Young, without all those dudes, he got role players out here, and he out here kicking people's ass. So how do you lose this game at home? This motherfucker, they have the most favorable schedule in the NBA, the Dallas Mavs. They got all these games at home. This motherfucker losing all these games at home. I'm telling y'all this. They should fire he's the one who did all this. And I promise y'all gonna find out the truth one day. The truth is gonna come out and hit this bum in his face. He's a scum bag. Point blank period, man. And the man ain't got no morals, man. He threw Nico, the guy who gave your bum ass a fucking extension. Nico gave you a contract extension, and they're saying you threw Nico under the bus to get him fired. You're disgusting. What kind of crap are they putting out there on the court with a coach named J Kidd? Absolutely disgusting to watch this guy coach basketball. It's absolutely disgusting. And to the dude who says, without J Kidd, Giannis would, that's a goddamn lie. Giannis got better when J Kidd left. Giannis was going to be great either way. He worked on his own goddamn game. So don't come in here talking that dumb shit. J Kidd said right up here, he did the same thing with Giannis. He did try to put Giannis at the point. Had motherfuckers running all them ISOs. They were the worst defensive team in the league, and their offense was horrible, nigga, when he was with the Bucks. So cut the shit. That's why they fired his ass and all his bull jab tactics. And he had a squad that he should have at least did a little bit of damage with in fucking Brooklyn and couldn't even do nothing with them. But throw some water on the court and act like somebody spilt that shit with his capping ass. Then he comes to Dallas, and what does he do with Dallas? Tries to put Cooper Flag at the point. He torpedoed the season when he did that shit. Scum. They ain't gonna fire his ass, man. Dirk Nowitzki and all them other bums are gonna hide behind him because they was teammates and give him 1,000 excuses, man. They gonna get this bum 1,000 excuses. I'm telling you, I know what Dirk. That's why he didn't get fired now. I'll tell you what that scum he probably ran up behind Dirk and them and marking them like, hey man, this isn't me, man. We got to get Nico out of here, man. Fucking scum on the living earth. Throw that man under the bus like that, man. Outright modern day savagery going on. And I know I ain't lying. What up, dog?
Hey, Ticket. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to get in on your other coop session, but This is making me lose even more respect for Jason Kidd. Now,
Did you see that shit he shoveled out there tonight in overtime, double overtime tonight, man?
look, I don't know if it's DEI, but Jason Kidd has basically been given great opportunities and basically fumbled the ball on all of them. He got a young Giannis. Giannis loved him. The rest of the teammates hated his ass because he was kind of a dictator. Took his ass over to Brooklyn, couldn't do nothing with that team. Then got gifted the Dallas job. And you can say what you want about Nico Harrison.
Nico made the trades to get him to the finals. Nico's the one that went and traded for Gafford. Nico the one that went and traded and got all those other pieces they had over there, man. Keep that shit. He the one that went and got PJ Washington in front of Hornets. Come on, man. The niggas need to cut this capping ass shit out. Nico went and did all those deals to help that bum get to the final. They were a mediocre team until Nico made those deals.
Agreed. Can we just admit that Jason Kidd has been a failure as a head coach with all that talent in every stop? This is the same Jason Kidd that used to do the exact same thing in crunch time as a player. Now he's doing the same thing in crunch time as a goddamn coach.
Got Byron Scott fired from the fucking a guy who went to 2 back-to-back finals. Got him fired from the fucking New Jersey Nets.
And guess who he got him fired for? Lawrence Frank.
Come on, bro.
And now Lawrence Frank was not a very good coach, even though he won his first, I want to say 12 or 13 straight interim coach victories. He has never been the type of coach that even got them anywhere near close back to where Byron Scott got him. And now he's over there going down with the ship over there with the Clippers. He got the Clippers GM job based off of what happened with New Jersey. Jason Kidd is really ruining his all-time great reputation with how he's handling his coaching.
He don't have an all-time. You mean as a player?
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he don't got no good reputation as a person or a coach.
Yeah, this is the same man that was, had the domestic, and we all know about that, blowing kisses at the free throw line after he gets charged, and he wants to redo his image. But everything that has to do with his coaching paralysis, it always has to be a gimmick. It's never out coaching the next coach. It's out gimmicking the next coach.
Mm-hmm.
And how much talent does he need just to win?
Listen, these motherfuckers talk all this shit about Doc Rivers, but they scared to say something about Jason Kidd, bro. This shit don't make no sense to me, man. This shit is disgusting, bro. Yo, John, what up, man? You can say something too. What's good? You on mute?
Good, bro. I was watching the Warriors game. Are you watching it like while you're on this or not?
Nah, nigga, we talking about this shit thing. Come on, bro. You gonna hop in here, bro? You gonna contribute? To
Jason Kidd's an idiot. Yo, do you guys think that what's that nigga's name? The B Williams guy who should be starting over D'Angelo Russell?
Nah, it ain't that. He is, but the problem was D'Lo was playing well, and then he started playing like shit, turning the fucking ball over every time, overtime, and J Kidd made no substitutions.
Made no defensive changes. Just sat there and watched the shit happen and didn't even barely call the timeout.
You got a dude that won 4 world championships sitting over there, and Klay Thompson, and you don't even put him in the fucking game. He won 4 world championships, and you put him in the game at the end of regulation. Nothing happened, and then you just yanked him. But you got Max Christie run out there like a chicken with his head cut off. Don't know what the fuck to do in no moment.
I was just about to say Klay was playing better than Max tonight. Klay was definitely playing better than Max tonight.
Yo, LBJ, what y'all got, man? What's up, man? Y'all can cook.
Yo, I was hoping these strippers laws, bro. What was Dallas doing with freaking Max Christie doing ghost screens? Running around, bro. Like they souls, bro. Like what was they doing? I was waiting to cook them strippers, bro. My freaking god. Jason Kidd, I give him 5 more games, bro. 5 more games, they gonna let him go. Cause what was you doing? What? Matt Christie, what was he doing in the game, bro? They had at least play Klay Thompson, bro. Like, come on, bro. This shit don't make no damn sense, bro.
Yo,
They
did that
talking
Hey,
about J
last
Kid.
yo
Cooper
Yeah,
listen
listen,
Flag.
listen
man. We
to
don't
this
want
Hey,
to hear
next
no
season,
fucking
bro.
excuse about no J Kid, man. Nobody want to hear that
hey,
excuse,
hey,
man.
hey, hey, hey. Let me say one more thing, right? Cooper, I think Cooper Flag is not all that, bro. I need to see more from him, bro.
Man,
He's
you
not that.
cap. Cooper Flag
He,
is good. He hold on.
no,
Cooper
he's
Flag is
not,
damn
bro.
good. Hold on, sir.
Maybe
You
they.
must not. Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. You just don't know fucking basketball, sir. If you watch Cooper Flag, he got all the tools, nigga, and he clutch. The problem is he's playing for fucking Jason Kidd, man.
Jason Kidd is playing his Cooper Flag out of position. Anytime
Thank
you
you,
play a
bro.
player out
Well,
of position, they're gonna not look like they're supposed to.
Thank you.
someone fill me in. What J Kid do?
J Kidd made no fucking defensive adjustments in overtime. Let D roll. I'm sorry. D'Angelo Russell turned the ball over at least 3+ turnovers. Never called a timeout. Never made no adjustments. Never took him out the game. Sat fucking Klay Thompson and made no fucking adjustments. Classic Jason Kidd, and that's
Oh,
why
so
they
he
fucking
I,
tanking.
lost.
I ain't
So
gonna
so they
lie. I ain't gonna
tanking.
lie. You can't blame J
So
Kid
they
for some of the
tanking.
turnovers by D'Lo.
Yeah, I think they're tanking for
Oh, so
real.
they tanking is what you're
Yeah,
telling me.
it looked like. It
Yo, I ain't
looked.
gonna
That's what
lie.
it looked like. That's how I'm
Yeah.
gonna interpret it.
Yo, I think they tanking, bro, because D'Lo look
They
like he
low
meant
key,
to
I
turn the
think they
ball
are
over.
tanking. AD gonna get traded. Mark
Yo,
my words, he getting traded.
them
Who
turnovers
he's gonna
in
get
the
traded for? He just got to the team.
They're clearly going in another direction. They rebuilding. They
them
probably
turn.
gonna move on from Clay. They probably gonna move on from Kai. They gonna
But
move on
why?
from AD.
But
They probably
why
just gonna
tank?
build around Cooper.
Why tank this early in the season? It's too early to be tanking.
Yo,
But
all I know is those turnovers were unforced, and that shit looked like it was intentional.
I think D'Lo might be gambling, bro. Like, what was he
That's
doing with
on
that
God.
freaking?
The
Like,
FBI needs to investigate that nigga because how the
dude,
fuck did he just throw the
So
ball
you
away?
this dude
saying he
trying
had
to
a
go drop
parlay?
pass to freaking Gafford every damn time, bro. What was he doing? Like, man, I can't believe this
yo,
shit,
matter of
bro.
fact,
Bro, the
speaking on the
defenders.
gambling, is T Price up here?
Oh no, T Price is probably in
Damn.
bed. He got work tomorrow.
Damn, because I was on his stream, bro, last week, and shout out T Price in his channel, bro. I told him, bro, I was like, yo, they gonna try eliminating player prop bets, bro. And look, that's what they're trying to do. They gonna take that shit away, bro. These dudes fucked everything up gambling wise.
Yeah, I think D'Lo
Yeah.
is a part of it,
Shout
bro.
out to
I
Lemon
would be
Pepper Lou in
surprised
the
if he get
chat. I see you.
indicted, bro. Like, yeah, man, I can't
The
believe
thing
this shit.
about it is, if I was Jason Kidd, I would not sign up to have that tank on my record. He's already a shaky coach as it is. He has the last 3 seasons he's had a shitload of talent. Why don't you just go with what you need to go, build an actual team around the young pieces that you have and go for it. And whatever happens, happens.
The problem is the talent he's had is people who are hurt, bro. Kai and AD are always hurt. Nobody's questioning their talent. They always hurt though. Always, especially AD. AD always dealing with something.
Wait. What you gonna call the little guard they have, Brandon? What you gonna call his name? Because he been playing good lately. Why he wasn't in the game? Talk
That's
about
another question that you got to ask Jason Kidd that.
why you playing Max Christie against him when you need scoring? James Harden was on fire. You need firepower. You cannot put Max Christie in
Bro,
this
they're
game, bro.
tanking.
He can't do
They're
shit.
tanking. Aren't they don't they only have like 3 or 4 wins only on the season right now?
I
They're
Yeah,
think they're
I think
struggling.
they
three and
got
seven.
three
Yeah.
and seven. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. They might be going into a little tanky
But
tank
still,
mode.
it's still too early. It's 3 and 7 means you only play 10 games. It's too early. It's an 82 game season. Now
Well,
I can see if
But
they're
Ka-
15 and 30, then okay, it's pretty much
yeah,
over.
but it's like Kai coming back when, right? They talking about like in a couple months he's not coming back, right?
They said by the end of December.
They not gonna be able to stay afloat by then.
Playing the way they playing now, no.
No
But
way.
all you need is a hot streak. They're only 4 games out of 500. You can get a 4 game winning streak if you
Yeah, you gotta
actually.
go. You gotta go on a little at a 10 game. You gotta go by 10 games. Go 7-3 2 times. That's how you
So,
gotta look at that.
but is it possible? Yeah. But Jason
it's
Kidd does not give
impossible,
me
bro.
any
They play
type of
thin in the West,
confidence
bro.
that he's going to, manage the team.
J Kid's most intelligent basketball coaching moment was when he was in. It didn't even involve like like a play or anything. Was when he told his player to bump into him so he could drop the water so they can get a free timeout. That's his
So,
best coaching play.
And
Oh,
if
when he
that's his
dropped the
That's his
best
best
water,
coaching,
coaching
yeah,
play.
if that's his
yeah.
best coaching play, then something is wrong with the NBA. You don't
uh,
hand the keys to a franchise to a coach that best coaching play is getting water on the court.
Yeah, that was cheating though, low key.
That
But hey,
of
that
course
was
it
the
was.
coaching.
Fire him,
Well,
get an actual coach in there that can actually use the pieces that they got. They got a whole Mike Malone sitting out there, a championship coach sitting out there.
yeah,
I don't think what's his name for the Mavericks is going to sit by and he don't like to lose. He don't. I don't think he's going to sit by and watch this. And I'm not even. Well, actually, I'm not going to say he ain't going to tank because he did tank that year. They missed the playoffs when they were eliminated. He just started tanking. That's why he got fined. But dude, I I don't like what I'm seeing. They were hyped up heavily to start the season, even with Cooper Flag. And you mean to tell me Jason Kidd can't keep the pieces together?
That boy Stephen A. Smith said, "If Dallas healthy, they win in the West. They win in the West."
Well,
I mean,
first of
a
all,
lot of
I
people
can't
was
take
saying
nobody
that though. It
seriously
wasn't
that
only
hairline
him.
goes back an inch every year. So I don't ever take Screaming A. Smith seriously. I don't.
No, it wasn't only him though. You cannot put this on him. Everybody, I remember a lot of people were saying that Dallas would have been like top three, top four seed in the West.
Only the
Cause
Dallas Mavs fucking idiots,
I'm
idiot
telling
fans,
you,
bro.
a lot of people were saying that it wasn't only that guy, bro. I'm telling
That
you,
was
they
provided
just
that AD is healthy, but AD is continuing to prove his nickname right, street clothes, because he gets hurt every year since they won the chip. He's been a liability to his team because the best availability is, or the best ability is availability, and he has not been available like that for the past, I want to say 7 going on 8 years. So we can't say with AD anymore, as long as he's in the league, that we can't rely on him to play more than 50 plus games, if that. With that much
yeah,
talent, that back half of his career is ending up more like Derek Coleman than it's ending up like a Hall of Famer. And I feel
facts,
like he's got his ring and he's relaxed and he don't really care if he gets injured or if he misses. He got his ring.
facts.
Even though it
Hey,
was a Disney Invitational, he got it.
yeah, I think he's done for, bro. Hey, let me ask this question, bro. In the next 5 years, where you guys went Cooper Flag? You think he's gonna be like top 10 in the NBA, or where
It's
you gonna
too
put him?
early to see.
Nah,
He's being played out of position now, so I don't even know what the real Cooper Flag in the NBA looks like.
nah.
If you ask me this time next year, I probably will have a better answer for you. But 10 games with a shitty coach, with an organization that seems to be in shambles and on fire, it's hard for me to make that honest assessment.
Yeah, he was drafted in a toxic environment, bro. Like in a toxic environment, they have to deal with Luca every damn day, bro. Now, your GM got fired. Your first stars and second star all hurt, bro. So I feel like, man, they need to blow that shit up, bro. Like it's over with.
You're playing a big forward at point guard. He's not Scottie Pippen. Okay, he's
Yeah,
not Magic Johnson.
yeah, he can pass for shit. Yeah,
That is detrimental to a young player. That just is. And I don't know who thought that was a great idea to do that.
Jason Kidd,
Uh,
Jason Kidd.
of course, but
That's his last
I was
coaching
being
job, bro. He
facetious
out
when
of
I
there.
said that. But that is just this is ridiculous. This is like literally having a 10 hand in spades and getting set.
Wait, why they had Marshall guarding James Harden, bro? Like what was that? Like he was getting cooked left and right, and they still keeping him on him though. Like what's going on?
Adjustments. This goes
Because
back to
PJ didn't play tonight. He's the best defender when PJ's not playing.
No, he ain't. I watch him, bro. He's not a
if
good
somebody's getting cooked, you make
on
the
ball
adjustment
defender,
to
bro.
at
He's just
least
like more
make the
like a
cooking
help
stop.
defender.
I'm
Yeah, he
saying
was
ain't
getting
nobody else
cooked.
was finna guard him. Max Christie wasn't finna lock up Harden and
No,
Nonsense.
Mike Trish too small
That's
for
my whole
him.
point. I'm saying PJ didn't play tonight, so that's why they put
Well,
Najee on
technically,
fucking
let
Harden.
somebody else beat you then. Like
Exactly.
double his
Throw a
ass.
double team.
Yeah, double his
Do
ass. But
something.
trap him.
There's so many options. Look, we don't even get paid millions of dollars to have a suggestion. So you're $1 million a year or millions of dollars a year coach, and you can't come up with an alternative? Something's
Yeah,
wrong with you.
facts. No, there's not something in your book that can deny James Harden from getting the ball like that. Like at least try
Throw some
something.
honey buns on the
Yeah,
court. Do something.
throw some strippers on the court.
Right.
Yo, I can't believe this shit, bro. I was rooting for them niggas to win their dang game so I can come over and cook them trippers.
Well, you can
Like,
still do that. Shit.
well, no, I want these niggas to go down, bro, like literally. But hey, yeah, both team are
Damn,
done,
Lemon
bro.
Pepper Lou said this man is making $12 million a year, and you cannot come up with an alternative defensive game plan or adjustment. Jesus Christ. Okay,
He's
that
making
lets
$12 million a year.
give me $1 million a year, and I can come up with multiple different strategies.
Yeah, the NBA is
And I'm
cooking them
qualified
people
because I've
betting
been
and
on
shit
podcasts, so I'm
nowadays.
just as qualified as JJ Redick.
Facts.
You're just as qualified as JJ Redick. So why can't we get that type of money?
Facts. You don't even ask for too much. Give you like 500K, bro. You'll do
No,
pretty
I
good
need
right now.
millions. I'm sorry. I'm not going to
I
be
mean,
too greedy, but I'm trying to retire after my 3 years in the NBA coaching.
uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dallas is done, bro. Yeah, blow it
No,
up.
it's too early. It's just 10 games. I can't say they're done just yet, but I am going to say this. They're on the grill, and they're turning the heat up mighty high. They're getting
Bro,
seasoned on both sides, but they're not done yet.
they play in the West, bro. You gotta look at the other team, bro.
Who's running away with the West except for OKC?
Denver.
Denver ain't running away.
Yeah, they are. Have you
What's their
been looking?
record?
They like 8-2, 9-2, and 8-2.
Okay, a 2-game, 3-game winning losing streak, and the only team that I think is for real is OKC. Denver don't blow me away.
Well, Denver is a matchup problem for OKC's, bro. Like this year, I think if Denver and OKC playing in a Game 7 series, bro, it will be a tough matchup. It's not gonna be like like a
They
sweeping.
played 7 games last year, didn't it? Or was it
Yeah, they
6?
went to 7. That's what
They'll
I'm
go to
telling you.
7 again, but my money's on OKC. Denver has
Oh,
not shown me anything different than the last 4 seasons. Seriously.
well, well, last
They,
year they went to 7 games, so you got to give him that. They're not an easy out team. Every year they fight hard every time. So
and I'll give you that. Seriously. Usually I disagree with everything you say, but you're talking like you got 8 hours of sleep last night. So I give you that. You're making some great points. But
yeah, so
OKC just seems to be the class of the West. They're the
yeah, they
defending
are
champs.
more. Yeah. I feel like if the Houston probably get a point guard, like trade for somebody, at least like at least a point guard that can help. I feel like they will match up with OKC. They have every tools. They have every defenders for to throw at Shea. They have scores like KD, Shengun, whatever his name is. I feel like they just one player away to match up with OKC's like a point guard. That's all they need.
Well, Luca, I thought I said Luca.
Not Luke.
What the fuck am I talking about? Udoka is a very good coach. It's time to give him his flowers after all the shit that he did in Boston, building that team and making them a defensive oriented team. They only won because they had his team and just a different coach.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
care who I don't
Facts.
care who he sticks his meat into. That has nothing to do with his coaching prowess. He has
Fact.
proven that he can go to stop after stop and build a very good defensive team. That's number one. Number two, that Van Fleet injury, might be the reason why they can't elevate. Let's see what they do
Yeah.
during the trade deadline or before the trade deadline. Who knows? There's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be out of it. Let's see if they're willing to give up some pieces. But
I
I
feel
would
like
like to.
if they trade what you call Tyre Earson, whatever, because they don't need him. They have players just like him. So with Shepard, I mean, you need to take the big. You need to become the next guy up, but he's not. He's not. You can tell he's just like a more like he's not ready. You know what I'm saying? You need at least to trade one of them. Get your point
If
guard.
the Houston was in the East, I would have
That's
no
the
like
thing.
problem with them. But in the West, you need a point guard.
That's what
There
I'm
is
saying.
too many heavy hitters in the West for you to have and run your offense without a capable, competent, headstrong point guard. You're going to get
Yeah.
bounced in the first round, and if you're lucky to get out the first round, you'll be bounced in the second round,
Second
guaranteed.
one. Yeah, they have KD playing on top of the keys, bro. That's not KD game, bro. Uh, The main reason KD came to this team is because, like, it's to make his life easier. You know what I'm saying? But not well. Fred wasn't hurt at that time. But if you look at the way they playing, they just like a fast paced team. But they have great defenders. But their offense sometimes gets stagnant. You know what I'm saying? With KD on top of the key, like trying to dribble, dribble, dribble. Saint gonna be doing too much if you watch him playing. All that, like behind the bag. You a center, you 7'2". Get your big ass in the paint. You don't need to do all that, bro. People gotta understand.
You're
One to
speaking the narrative of what everybody has been saying for the last 10 years. Everybody can sit up here and agree that the big man needs to get their big ass down in the big
that's
post and do big
hey,
things. However, they can do this for the regular season, but they better be changing their strategy up mighty different because you have to do something different in the playoffs or you will get exposed.
but this thing create better habit though. You gotta understand, like it's how you play, define the play. The playoff is just slow pace, games. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be as fast as the regular season. But you tell me Shingo's not gonna do the same shit in the playoff? Yes, he will, bro. Like he will.
Well,
They
I'm not saying he won't. You just have to have a different strategy. You got to win 4 out of 7 against the same team every other night, and even a travel night. You get a lot of focus on what you do, your tendencies. This is how teams get beat when they cannot throw a punch left-handed. They can only throw it right-handed.
true,
In the playoffs, you will get exposed.
true, true, true. Yo, I don't want OKC to win, bro, again, bro. It feel like it didn't. Like it feel like the Boston Celtics before they got hurt last year all over again, bro. Well, I don't know how could you beat this team. Well, they have too many great players. I mean, not great players, great world players playing for them, and Shea been cooking, and their second best player is not even playing, which is crazy to me. And they still winning games with no problem.
I look at it
So
like this: let the best team win. I get tired. I've had my fill of super teams that it's a breath of fresh air to watch an organic team that has been built organically, that grew, had their failures in the playoffs, and now they're having their success. I don't mind watching them run off a back to back or run off 3 out of 4 or run out of 5 out of 6.
nah,
I don't have
yeah.
no problem with that. What I have a problem with is this 2K assemble your all stars or your favorite players on one damn team and watch the league get took it apart. When you have a team like OKC, everybody has no choice but to raise their game to them.
Yeah,
So it's
but
better for the league.
OKC is not exciting to watch, as they are not a like big market team. So like last year, like if you look at the what you call it, the no one I was turning into the game, but it wasn't the same feeling. Like when you need to look at stores, superstores. SGA don't have the swag, bro. He's a great player. I'm not gonna deny that. But you don't feel like you don't feel like he's a LeBron James. You don't feel like he's a Kobe. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. I don't know.
But that's a good thing. You said that, it's boring to watch. I don't think that watching the team win is boring. I think he does have swag. He has it in his own way, but he has his own swag. Everybody can't be LeBron or Kobe. Everybody can't be Jordan or Magic. Everybody can't be Bird or Olajuwon or Ewing. It's good that he's himself. And I like that. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's not what we've been force fed for the last 23 fucking seasons. And I'm okay with that. We need to see something different. We need to see a different way of doing it. And yeah, they're a small market team, but that also goes into the same thing that we watch large market teams win multiples. Now, maybe the scene has shifted. Let's watch it. Let's see how far this small market team could go before we criticize them. Let's see how far they can take if they can make a dynasty before we criticize them. We just
They
gotta.
will be a dynasty. They might get the first overall pick next year if the strippers keep doing bad like that. Because they have the Clippers next pick.
And
For
guess what? That's on the
next year.
Clippers. That's the Clippers' fault. That's the cost of doing business. That's
Well,
the cost of making trades and not knowing or giving away what you could have had. Because keep this in mind, and I know I'm not the only one that said that. SGA will be on the Clippers right now if they didn't make that
yeah,
trade.
they would probably want to win. Think about it, bro. All the pick they had, bro. Like you tell me, like the Clippers would have been when at least they win. I'm not saying multiple. I'm just at least one of them. You know what I'm saying? But they want to just make that dumbass move trading for PG, and then all those picks they give them away. Now they don't have any more. They don't have no more
And
picks.
that's on
And
them. When you go to the casino and you watch somebody fucking empty their bank account trying to bet on black and it never works, that's
yeah,
their
that's
fault.
on them.
Right. That don't have nothing to do with my money that's in my pocket, that's in my damn account. If you want to be that stupid and do that, hey, when it comes back and bites you on both ass cheeks, that's your fault.
Yeah, and then the same guy they traded for all them picks, they let him go for nothing, bro. Like I'm not saying pay him $400 million for a year, but at least like try to do something. Don't let him go for nothing. Just sign him and trade him. They should
But,
have
but this is called
signed and traded.
overthinking. They overthunk it, tried to keep up with the Lakers, and it was a
Facts.
bad bet.
Yeah, facts. The only team that Clippers was worrying about since Kawhi got there is just the Lakers. The Lakers. I never seen it. A team never won anything. Like trying to compare it to a team that won 17 champs, bro. Like was at least won some first, and then now we have it talk. You know what I'm saying? But
But
hey,
that's not how billionaires think. See, you're thinking like a regular person, and there's nothing wrong with how you're thinking. But we're talking about wealthy billionaires that let their money swing like nutsacks. So of course, Bomber came in and he wanted the same type of. He thought he was going to be just like Jerry Buss when he bought the Lakers, and all I got to do was sink money into it. No, it took time. It took a culture to be built before all of those things start to be put in place. You can't buy championships anymore in the NBA. You
true,
can't.
true. You can't really buy. Yeah, that's true. Um, well, Ballmer being a great owner for the Clippers, though, it's not his fault. He did the right things. He just I don't know, bro. It's just probably the GM, bro. Fuck that shit. The entire loan.
Look,
What
the
you call it?
GM cannot do anything without the owner signing off on it.
But
Let's
the
not let.
GM proposed those things, though. The GM have a lot of power, bro. They do have power.
They have
That's it.
power, but they only have a power allotted to them by the owner. Now, let's get, to be fair to what you're saying, let's say Bomber's not a basketball person and the way everything is looking like it's pointing in that direction. They will yield to their general manager because they hire them to be the experts. They will yield to a lot of the general managers, proposals. But at the end of the day, they're cutting the check or they're taking the loss.
True.
So if
Yeah.
you put the wrong general manager in place, and then think about what happened to the Knicks for all those years, that they had the wrong general manager and they couldn't even get out their own goddamn way. When they put a good general manager that went out there and got Brunson and all those ancillary pieces traded for Cat, then they start taking off. But if you get the
Thanks.
wrong GM it can cost you between 10 to 15 years of pain.
That's true. Yeah, bro. Like I'm a LeBron fan, bro. I feel like my Lakers are done for this year, but they need to start thinking about building around Luca or Austin Reeves. Sorry, I changed the entire topic. So I was just about to, cause I'm about to go. So that's the only reason I brought this thing up.
Now speak.
So
You
what you
got
think
you got
about
your
the?
you got the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah, what you think about the Lakers doing this year, bro? Do you think they will have a chance to at least, take maybe like probably like take OKC to like 6 game at best, if in your opinion, when
I don't think
everything's
they
said and done?
the way they looked after that first matchup, they're not even taking the damn OKC to a third game if they were to
Oh
play in the
shit.
playoffs as it is. This is the thing about the Lakers, and this is what makes the Lakers head and shoulders different than the Clippers. The Lakers are willing to play the long game to build it right. They don't get 17 or if you discount the 5 they got in Minnesota, they didn't get 12 championships in the West by doing things the way everybody else does things. They have a brand that's never going nowhere. They're known for winning. They had the LeBron era. The LeBron era is obviously has come to or is coming to an end. They're
Yeah,
thinking about the next 8 to 14 years.
yeah, they're thinking
That's what they're
about.
thinking about.
Yeah, they think that's what the Luca move was, bro. Like they planning ahead of
But see,
everybody
look at
else.
it like this: the ownership is also the same ownership with the Dodgers. 10 years ago, the Dodgers couldn't get out their own way. They could make the playoffs, they could make a
Mm-hmm.
run at the World Series, but they were not making the
Mm-hmm.
World Series. They were not making title runs. That
Mm-hmm.
ownership comes in, gets rid of players that's just absorbent salaries. They get marketable players that can win, build around that nucleus, and now look at how many championships they won in the last 7 years.
Yeah, that's true.
They're
But do you
bringing that
think?
same mindset to the Lakers. They got the international star that they can make money off of with Luka.
Yeah.
They stumbled into a gym with Austin Reeves. Now you got a nucleus. All you have to do is build around that. Let some of these contracts fall off.
Yeah, I
You
think
have
that LeBron James will
just
have LeBron next year.
the Laker name without LeBron being there will bring free agents in to play with Luka.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not gonna push back on that. But the thing is, like, the Lakers have to look at the entire picture of Luca and Austin Reeves. They can't play together, bro. They can score 60, 70 points a game, but they're gonna give like 60 back. You know what I'm saying? They can, like, I feel like
But
if
think about this. You said something very, very important. Okay. I don't think you know how important you just said that. You said Luka and Austin Reeves cannot play together, correct?
yeah,
But
yeah.
look how smart the Lakers organization is. Let Austin Reeves audition. The better he plays, the more we can get back for.
But do you think they're gonna let him go? That's the thing, bro. The Lakers are a tricky organization, bro. I feel like Austin Reeves is not worth 240 million, bro.
So what?
Like,
So what keeps you from signing and trading him away to somebody who do want him and has assets that will build the Lakers?
bro, any team will take Austin Reeves, bro.
Not any team. He has to fit in their system, or you have to make them think he can fit in
Not
their
any team.
system.
Let me put it like this: any team that not doing anything serious. Put it like this, because I don't see Austin Reeves as a winning players. He just like it. I mean, he might, if he come off the bench, he might be a great 6 man, the best 6 man.
You still there? Or did you cut out? Did you hit mute? Yeah, lemon pepper, Lou. They are boosting his stock. They are. They're letting him get all the free advertisement. Yeah, go ahead, go out there and score 51. Go out there and score 41. Go out there and hit a game winner. Only thing that's doing is making more and more phone calls coming to our GM for your name. And about this Jason Kidd, he has woefully on him underperformed as a coach in his tenure as being an NBA head coach. Yes, he went to the finals with Luka and Kyrie, but what did that get him? It got him a gentleman's sweep, and it really wasn't even that goddamn close. And for somebody who says that he has one of the best minds next to Magic Johnson, but I can't see that as a coach, then we need to move on. There's a reason why the Bucks and the Nets got rid of him, because they couldn't win and sustain winning with him. And let's just be honest, he lucked up, and Luka and Kyrie carried their coach to a finals appearance, because he hasn't done nothing with his coaching prowess with any other star piece that he has had. Remember, he was barely over 500 with the Bucks, barely over 500 or below 500 with the Nets. Let's not sit up here and saying Jason Kidd will be a 55 to 60 win coach and get you to the Eastern Conference or Western Conference finals on a consistent basis. He's not that guy. Jason Kidd is the type of coach that sells you wolf tickets at the start of the season, but by All-Star break, you're already thinking about next year. Why did new Lakers management re-sign JJ Redick? You know what? I don't know. It seemed like it was very, very controversial, but looking at the big picture, they got him for cheap. He seems to be doing an okay job. He just seems like he's a great value Dale Harris right now. Lemon Pepper Lou says Jason Kidd worse than Steve Nash as coach. Absolutely. Steve Nash didn't make no adjustments. He was just living off the offense, but the defense was taking a back seat. Salute to you. I don't know how to pronounce that other word, but super in the chat. So, Lemon Pepper says salute Marco. So I think he knows you. What do y'all think is going to happen? You think Jason Kidd going to get fired before the All-Star break, or at the end of the holidays? Before the holidays, what do y'all feel about this Jason Kidd situation? He says, yes, Dumont will fire him. Says they should fire him. Maybe Nico exposed him too. You know what? That's a good ass comment, because the writing was on the wall for everybody, because I remember at the press conference, they said, well, maybe next year we all won't be around if this doesn't work out. And they kind of joked about it. So the first domino to fall was Nico. The second domino to fall, and I agree, should be, if you're going to rip the Band-Aid off, rip the Band-Aid off right now. And yes, I agree with you, get Mike Malone. I agree with that 100%. He is proven. He takes no bull. He does make adjustments. He's won a championship. He didn't just go to the championship. He won it. You can say whatever you want about the AC. You play who's in front of you, so you can't get penalized for that. When Luka first played against the Mavs, he turned to scream and looked at J. Kidd, not Nico. Well, I didn't get a chance to watch that game, so I heard he was screaming at Nico too every time he hit the shot. But yeah, Jason Kidd has a tendency and a track record to burn out his team. To do some, underhanded things to lose the locker room. Every locker room he's been a part of, he's lost it. So, We can't look at the players and say it's all the players. If you're having problems everywhere you go, you got to look at you and say maybe you're the problem. He turned to the Mavs bench and screamed at J-Kid first point. He scored, and first three-pointer he made against the Mavs. Okay. AD won't return unless he's at no risk for re-injuring calf. Well, AD is just a walking re-injury. Next thing you know, he's going to have the toenail injury, or the thumb injury, or my booty hurts injury, or as they like to call it, sciatica. When the Mavs played the Lakers at the Lakers, I didn't get a chance to watch none of those games. All I got a chance to see the highlights, and I just know he lit them up both times. You really think that they should blow it all the way up? Because if they blow it all the way up, that means get rid of your number one draft pick as well. I still think it's too early for them to blow it up. If you're gonna blow it up before trade deadline. If you're fully out of it, it's only been 10 games. 10 games in the 82-game season is a little early. Now I can see if they were 0-10, then they'll be like, nobody came back from that except one team. I think it was the 97 Phoenix Suns. And then you have to remember last year we were saying the same thing about the Bucks, because they started off 1-9 and still was able to get the 5 seed. So it's still early. It's still way early. Way early. Some teams are going to come back to earth. I don't know. White men use the same structure, have puppets take the fall while nothing comes at them. Nico didn't trade Luka. Owner traded Luka. That's a good point. But the owners ain't going to fire themselves. They're just not going to do that. You're never going to find an owner that's going to say, you know what, I messed up this season. I'm stepping down from being an owner. No, they're always going to fire their underlings, because even when they're wrong, they're right, because they signed the checks. I think it's over for the Mavs. They have to rebuild. AD is finished, and we don't know how good Kyrie can be after his injury. They kind of only have Flag, but he was way too good, or Flag, but he has a way too good or good coaches. I believe with that, there's too many unknown variables. Lemon Pepper comes back with a good GM should convince an owner otherwise. You know what? That's a great point. If you're a good GM, you will not allow yourself to take 10 to 15 steps backwards unless somebody gives you an awesome package. And if we look at what the Lakers gave the Mavs, they did not get that awesome package. They just didn't. Cooper Flag on shoulder, little banged up. Okay. Owner don't got their own secret personal GM. Jason Kidd trying to turn Cooper Flag into Luka to make the trade look good. I still don't understand why you play Cooper Flag at the point. That's not his game. There wasn't his game at the in college. It's not going to be his game in the NBA. Trading Luka was bad deal because Anthony Davis is injury prone. Look, Anthony Davis has always been injury prone. There's only been a couple of seasons that I've ever watched Anthony Davis that he actually looked like he was ready to go for the whole season. Something's always happened to him. Always, even back with his Pelican and Hornet days, something's always happened to him where he, have little ticky-tack injuries that put him out 35, 40 games of the year. Nico Harrison was urged AD to return from injury before ready. That might be true. I never understood the reason why Mavs don't get as much as they could from the Lakers for Luka. I don't really believe the mainstream reason to keep it a secret. You know what? I don't know either. That's a great point. AD garbage, to be real with you. Look, AD, once he got his ring, it just seemed like he's not that same aggressive individual. Flag got thrown into a crappy situation. I agree with that. His most healthy was 2020, but it also was the year that they had to take a bite out the season. So of course he looked great in the playoffs because he sat out 2.5, 3 months. The Luka trade was the Lakers to make money. Can you explain that a little bit more, 3 Trade? Anthony Davis is terry cloth. That means he's very soft. Absolutely. To quote the ticket, Lakers not going to win championship with Luka. His game is identical to Harden. Never. Well, that's true. They do play that 1-4 flat ISO. Lakers finesse Lakers out of 30 teams. That's the deal they got for Luka. Nico should have been gone. Dallas, I mean. Yeah, I figured that. Lakers finesse Dallas. I get it. What are your chances? Wait, what are the chances this was the NBA set up and it's all a game? It's funny you say that because that seems to be the narrative on a lot of streams, especially with the Anthony Davis goes to LA and then the Pelicans get the #1 pick and then Luka goes to LA and then Dallas gets the #1 pick. And, that seems to be what this day and age NBA is. It's like WWE. Thunders run this shit. Well, we have no reason to think otherwise. They top in the West. Don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon. Nico, cool. He got more paper than all of us on this stream combined. Okay, but what does that have to do with the with the topic at hand? He may have been the fall guy, but that doesn't have nothing to do with the fact that Jason Kidd is a bad damn coach. AD getting traded to the Eastern Conference. I do see, and I've even traded in my 2K. I've traded AD to Chicago because I know that's where he wanted to play. Do you think Nico gets another job? Probably not. I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but to be infamous with making that Luka trade is not going to be good on your job application or your resume after that moving forward. Cooper Flag could suffer Ben Simmons' fate with the Mavericks. I'm worried. He's young. I think if you get him with a better coach, I don't think that he would do that. Ben Simmons showed that he was gun shy even all the way back at LSU. So 2 different players, 2 different mindsets. But I agree with your sentiment. This could be bad if he doesn't, get the right people around him. Nico says Nico did what Massa said to do. That might be true, but we don't know. Oh, look at Lemon Pepper coming through with the rebuttal. Said Nico, 52 years old with $5 million worth. Meh. Yeah. $5 million in the bank and just making money off the interest. At 52, I won't be worried about too much anything. Do you think they should trade AR? I think yes. I think they're going to because they're going to need basically 3-and-D guys around Luka for it to work. Now they're going to hold on to AR as long as they possibly can. But if he's playing well and somebody make them an offer they can't refuse, I have no doubt that they will pull the trigger. No doubt. When LeBron comes back, do you think that determine his fate for future since the Lakers winning? Now, this can be tricky. It can go one or two ways. If LeBron come back and it's like a plug and play into the offense, that's one thing. But if LeBron come back looking like a 40-year-old and take his time, and we also got to keep in mind that he's a diva. If he's not getting his shots or getting his numbers, he might have to sacrifice AR to get his numbers. Would that cause problems in the locker rooms? That remains to be seen. But I do think LeBron will affect winning one way or the other. Says, evening, everyone. Spurs and Warriors was very fantastic game. I didn't look. The last I looked at the score, they were down by 8. Says, real talk, we will trade for Morant. I don't think Morant will fit with Luka or the Lakers. Morant want to be a gangster. He don't want to play basketball. That's my opinion. So his mind is everywhere else besides playing basketball. Man, I don't even think about that. Dude gets paid and recycled. Fall guy after fall guy. That might be true, but, he's infamous now. Why would any Eastern Conference team want an injury-prone Anthony Davis? I think his money comes off the books in a couple of years. And you never know. I don't. Now that you think about that, yeah, Chicago's got a nice little nucleus. So I don't think he would go to Chicago unless, and that'd be stupid to give up any players to Dallas at this point. Are you happy with DA? I think he's ACC playing. I think he's in an ACC playing. Then it disappeared. Damn it. Anthony Davis is a Western Conference. Joel Embiid, always hurt. Never see full potential. The difference between that is I've seen Anthony Davis actually play and finish a playoff series. I don't think I can say that consistently. I can't say that about Joel Embiid. You can actually win with AD. We saw that. We haven't seen Joel Embiid even get his team to the finals. Jason Kidd is getting fired before Thanksgiving. Okay. And guy AD back to Pelicans for Zion. They ain't doing that. They're not going to do that. He basically burned that city down on his way out. They would not trade for him to come back. It wasn't Luka Doncic the reason Nico Harrison was fired at Mark Cuban. We'll go in a little bit more detail with that, Markeith. Says Jason Kidd going to be there next year. Laugh out loud. This dude is a snitch for the league. It's not the first time that I heard somebody say that. Says, are happy with DA? I think he's actually playing very well. Also, AR struggle against a physical team like OKC means he's still ass in the playoffs, I think. I don't know which DeAndre Ayton I'm going to get from a night-to-night basis. I don't, and that's always been my thing about him. He'll play good one game. He'll play like he don't want to be on the court the next game. He's like a mixture between DeMarcus Aldridge and Roy Hibbert, and he can flip-flop from both players depending on what his motivation is. Did you see that 40 ball from Curry? He had another 40 ball. I know he had a 40 ball the first time against the Spurs and a win. Did he go for 40 again? Because that means he would have been tied with Jordan. Brian Luka Morant. Brian Luka Morant. That won't even make the playoffs. Jason Kidd is low down dirty. Absolutely. Wemby, for some reason, always okay bad against. I think you mean play bad against Curry. So who won? It looked like the Spurs had the lead last time I looked at it in the fourth quarter. Lakers should have kept Darvin Ham. Yeah, but they were trying to please LeBron, so they got his podcast buddy. Curry had to score like that, and they barely winning. Warriors ain't gonna make it. That might be true, but he's given 100%, and I can't take that away from him. Ja can't shoot, but does Curry play defense? He does what he can. He competes. So the Warriors, one by one, with another 40 ball by Curry. Got to give him. He's not sitting out with a sciatica and blaming the team. He got a whole albatross on his damn team named Draymond Green, and he's still doing what he can do to keep the team afloat. You know, he ain't making excuses. He's playing the cards that's dealt. Said Wemby sad. What, did he get hurt? I hope Wemby didn't get hurt. He was doing a fantastic job. So I got a question. Does these wins on basically the in-season tournament, does that count against your record? Curry really hurting to get Curry really hunting to get that fifth title before Bron. Absolutely. Discussion about an AD trade prior to the Luka Doncic trade with the Mavs. He does play. Absolutely. Clippers need to let all the contracts go. 49 points is crazy against 2 games on the road. Damn, he had 49? Damn, Wemby got hurt for real? I got 3 straight people that said yes. Or were y'all saying yes to something else? Playing counts against the record. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, that's what y'all saying yes to. Okay, thank you, Chad. Thank you. I thought y'all was saying yes to Wemby got hurt. Okay, no. Okay, cool. That nigga went off for 49, man. I bet you was dropping them shits off. Wemby only 26. No hairs, no hurt. Okay, thank you. He had to score like that because the Warriors are terrible. Wouldn't say terrible. I just say they're not doing very well. Terrible is where the fucking Mavs are. So which one you rather have? You rather be 8-6 or you rather be fucking 3-7? I'll take 8-6 and still fighting. Wemby was solid. Steph Curry, yeah. So that means he tied with Jordan for the most 40-point games after 35. Fox shooting bricks. Ooh, so did that contribute to them losing? Possibly. Nobody in the East wants to risk Anthony Davis, for example. Bradley Beal. Great point. Let me see. Fox shouldn't have got the last 2 shots of the game. Why the hell did they give somebody the last 2 shots of the game that's just not give the ball to Wemby? That's what he's there for. He's the leader of your team. He's the top scorer of the team. I don't want Fox to have that opportunity. I don't. Luka and Steph will be deadly, just need defenders. Yeah, they also, if Steph will actually give up on Draymond and they could actually get somebody in there that's not going to sabotage the goddamn game some way or the other, I'll be with that. Wemby should have the ball at all times until y'all figure out how to stop him. Wemby or none. Spurs thinking too much. Absolutely. Give the ball to your best player. He's earned that in this, especially this season, the way he started off. He earned that. Wemby got the putback layup in mid-range. Yeah, 26.4 assists. Do you think Wemby game is too one-dimensional? Has he been reverting back to just shooting perimeter shots? Because if that's true, then yes. But if he's going inside and outside, give that man the ball and get the hell out of his way. Even him being so long, he can get somebody an open shot in crunch time. Because at some point they're going to have to collapse and double team to get the ball out of his hand. Chicken Alfredo, I want Anthony Davis back in Los Angeles. Clippers. I don't know. Luka and Steph ain't Shea. They don't play both ends of the floor. Shea is the best player in the league right now. Well, can't argue with that. He is the best player in the league right now. He's got the chips, he got the accolades, and he's on top until somebody bumps him off. We were saying the same thing about Denver, but then somebody bumped him off. So, Minnesota bumped him off. So, we got until somebody knocks him out, he's the lead dog. We can't keep playing this game and letting somebody live off of championships for 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. If somebody won the championship, they're the lead dog right now until somebody knocks them off. He goes back to back, he's the lead dog until somebody knocks him off. At trade day, so you can get the team so you can get the team beyond worse. Maybe AD bounce to New Orleans for Zion. I don't see them doing that. That doesn't make any sense. You let this man, you trade this man to the Lakers, you get the number one pick Zion just to trade Zion for a hurt AD? No, Zion's younger. He's got more potential right now. You're not making that trade. Somebody else in the front office will get fired if they make that damn trade. So AD will be contributing to back-to-back GMs getting fired in 2 years. I think they need Anthony Davis. I don't know. Teams ever do trade backs? Thank you. Who do you think the best team in the East and West as of today? I like the way Detroit is playing. They're very young and hungry. I would say Detroit right now in the East, and you have to say OKC in the West. I would trade AR, DK, Gabe, LeBron, Bronny, and Vando. I don't know for who, realistically. Who would you trade for? Nobody's trading for Bronny, okay? Unless they're going to get Bronny paper towels back for him. Nobody's trading for Bronny. Nobody. And the worse Bronny plays, the more Bryce ain't gonna get drafted. That's just number one. Vando, don't know, too injury prone. So that leaves AR, DK, Dalton Connect, and Gabe Vincent and LeBron. I think AR is at the top of the list, LeBron second, and then it's a toss-up between DK and Gabe for any type of trade compensation. Victor or Wembanyama assessed with playing like a guard. Yes, he needs to stop doing that. Cade is underrated. This is his breakout season, and I hope he does the maximum with it. I would love to see a Pistons OKC finals. Definitely. Last year, I would love to see a Cavs OKC finals, but we didn't get that because the Cavs didn't hold up the end to the bargain. Let's see what the Pistons could do. And, I would love to see the Pistons back in the finals. Let me see. Bum ass strippers. Yep. Salute Herm. Oh, that was Hollywood Herm. So Herm, what do you think about Jason Kidd being a coach? How do you rate his coaching? Who would you like to bring to the Lakers? Well, to fit what they're doing, to fit Luka, I can see a rejuvenated Klay Thompson getting wide open threes, better looks than he's getting in Dallas with Luka. I can see that, but Klay Thompson ain't gonna play in LA until LeBron James is gone. So I can see that. Then just who would I like to see? Shit, man, that's kind of hard. Pause, but that's kind of difficult. What do you think about the Houston Rockets? I think they're doing a fantastic job, but not having a point guard is going to bite them in the ass in the end. So they're going to have to fix that problem. We're going to need to see a little bit more consistency from them. And then but this season is way too young for me. We really don't know what the team is until after that Christmas Day game or going right into that first week of January. Somebody said cornflakes. We got another salute to Hollywood Herms. Says, why doesn't Klay and LeBron want to play together? It goes back to their rivalries with Cleveland and the Warriors. A lot of shit talking, and Klay Thompson don't have any respect for LeBron James. Quiet as kept. Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, wanted him when he was a free agent to sign with the Lakers. He said he didn't want to do it when James was over there. And that's why he signed that 2-year extension. And then he could have signed with them, but he chose not to. So the only thing that you could think, he doesn't want to play with LeBron. So that goes out, that narrative that everybody want to play with LeBron, that's not true. You see, it says germs like all teams. Clippers all day. Well, today, we'll see what they do tomorrow, or what they play Sunday. I don't know. But it's that time of night for me, sports fans. Thank you to the chat, everybody in the chat. Lemon Pepper, Herm, everybody in there. Great chatting with you. Let me see what's the Clay and Bron was ops talking about playing together when Clay was traded, and Clay still said, "No, I'm good." Absolutely. Let's not forget the Clippers almost blew a massive lead tonight. Absolutely. Salute, bro. Next time, thank you, Ticket, for letting me up. Chat, y'all always the best. Every time I'm in here, I'm gonna give y'all a voice. But it's time for me to hit the sack, man. Herm, salute to everybody. God bless to everybody until we cook again.